Okay.
Oh, no, we need to do previously on, don't we?
Oh, yeah.
We didn't do that for the last
shit.
one. It doesn't matter.
Previously on CSI Mwangi Expanse. Listen.
What?
If we're gonna do this, Jack.
Yeah?
If we're gonna get back on this case, this monkey killer case.
I gotta get that monkey killer.
I got given a message on my voice messaging device.
You mean your brain?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was from a thing that said it wasn't a meat man. Jim or something.
That's kind of specific. I'm not a meat man.
Yeah.
Weird.
I don't know about meat, and I don't know about men, but put them together, and that's a whole lot of trouble.
So now we're looking for a meat man?
Anyway, he said this thing goes to the top, that we shouldn't give up, that we should keep on fighting, that this thing is bigger than us. It's bigger than the monkey.
Bigger than that tiny little baby monkey we found.
Yeah, that's almost
big.
as big as a normal dog or something.
I keep seeing his eyes in my dreams, Mac.
I know.
His eyes.
I know.
In my dreams.
His little limp, lifeless body.
Stupid eyes looking at me.
That monkey killer's gonna get it. But we need to go back to our roots. We need to go to the Commissioner Hound.
That piece of hound. Let's go.
Whoa, won't get fooled again.
Previously on the Danger Club podcast.
Meat of the pocket variety has been copyrighted.
I saw the trees being knocked sideways by some enormous giant.
I'm on the edge all the time.
There's no easy way to next right now. The only way that I know of is through the deep roads.
This is the tunnel we need to go down.
The floor around the area you just dropped into is carpeted with sickly looking yellow fungus. The adventure continues now.
Cool and the gang, man.
Oh, it's got to that difficult bit in it where we're trying to do the beginning of the record and do claps and sync up the audio and everything, and we're also making Star Wars Rogue Squadron jokes to the point that it's hard to tell if there's a genuine problem that someone's having with their tech or we're just doing a bit.
Yes.
Oh, it's those points in the day that where we really earn the money that we don't make from this. We really earn our Nandos.
It's true. It's true. But do you know what? You're never too tired to do a geek correction because those references were actually from A New Hope.
Oh,
yes, the first of the Star Wars films. That's Backchat and Backchat.
That is.
Backchat,
well, I was saying
X-Wings.
Rogue Squadron, as in like the road. That is the name of the squadron, isn't it?
yeah,
That's
that's
the name
you.
of the-
You were right about that, Dan. I think.
Yeah.
He
didn't say Rogue One.
He didn't say Rogue One.
Squadron.
I didn't think they were called Rogue. Did they ever reference the squadron name though? In that,
Yeah, pretty sure.
not sure because they're
Tweet
like
us.
Gold Leader and Red Leader and Red like whatever.
Red
they are.
Leader, go.
They
Tell
said
us
Red,
on the
Gold, and
Discord
whatever.
when this episode
Yeah, I'm sure
airs.
actually.
Tweet us,
I think-
James.
I do think later on, somebody's referred to as Rogue Squadron or whatever, but no, I think they're all just gold, red.
Which one's Luke?
He's red. I do remember.
Is he Red Leader, is he?
No, he's Red 5. I seem to
Red
remember.
5.
I'm fairly
Yeah.
confident that the Red 5 is that the X-Wing Squadron is called Rogue Squadron. Let us know, Dangerlings. Jump on the Discord, use the Force, and impact us on the surface. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Danger Club podcast.
Hey, we were just talking about Jamiroquai.
Yes, we were.
Before
Yes.
Because of that Deeper Underground song.
Deeper
that's the one,
Underground
isn't it?
song from the Godzilla
Deeper
soundtrack. We've talked about the
Underground.
Godzilla soundtrack before. It's a
Have we?
very good song. Yeah, we did it on one of our early episodes. I know because we talked about it in
Yeah.
Danger Recall. We only went up to about episode 52 in Danger Recalls. So we might bring it back one day. Who knows? It might come back for a little... maybe we'll bunch a couple of episodes
A
together
little
or something.
tete-a-tete.
Or maybe we'll just have a conversation and just record that. Who knows? We don't know what we're doing today, Dangerlings, but we did talk about Jamiroquai. And Deeper
did,
Underground
that's
was
for
from the
sure.
1998 soundtrack of Godzilla. It went quite high in the charts here. I don't know how high it went in. In fact, in the US, it didn't chart very well, and that's because they didn't release it as a single. They didn't play the video that much over there. And the video is amazing. It's got the lead singer of Jamiroquai sort of dancing over some cinema seats as Godzilla sort of. There's loads of water and taxis flying, and this all the audience are running away, and there's a big
disaster. Do you get
disaster.
some of the little, the little baby ones? Do they come into it?
They don't come
Or
into
do you
that
see them?
video.
Oh,
no.
I thought they did. Oh,
But
right.
JK's doing his kind of like classic dancing, but he's doing it over cinema seats and on like taxis that are falling through the cinema screen. It's crazy. It's great. But they didn't play it in America that much, and so it didn't chart very well.
Do you know what? It reminds me of another, which I think they might have won an award for, but the video for Virtual Insanity as well.
Amazing video.
And it's this place where basically the set moved, where the floor was still, but it looks like
the floor's
on the
moving,
floor,
doesn't
and
it?
he just dances like so close around stuff. If you haven't watched it, it's a great song and it's a fantastic video.
Virtual Insanity.
And I think they won a video for it.
There was,
my favourite Jamiroquai song is just Cosmic Girl. I love
Cosmic Girl's great.
Cosmic Girl.
Yeah.
It always makes me smile, man. It takes me back to good times.
Just
Sorry.
I was just going to say on Godzilla, give you the little movie facts.
Go on then.
There was supposed to be a trilogy after the 1998 film, but it went into development hell, and then they dropped it. So we'll never get, because they left it open with the little egg at the end of the first film, and they never did it.
But to be fair, I mean, that Godzilla movie was one of the worst movies I've ever seen.
How dare
in
you?
my
It's quite
entire
whack.
life.
It's quite whack. Yeah.
I mean, some of the shot, like when he's like chasing them through the city and stuff. It's like, oh my god, is that like, have they just like built this out of Lego, or like it's like a paper scenery or something? Like the effects on this are so bad.
Yeah,
I can't believe that this is. Do you know what I mean? Because like things were looked pretty good even in '98. You know what I mean? Things were happening, man. Things were shaking. Things were moving. And that was poor show.
It wasn't a bad movie. It just wasn't a good movie, was it?
Matthew Broderick as the main.
That's who it
Yeah.
was, Matthew
Yeah.
Broderick.
He's not amazing in that either.
Sucked in it, man.
He's not
Let's
as
make
good.
him an action star.
Yeah, it's so
Like,
weird.
They were big as well, and I remember one film that's kind of a good idea, but I struggled to watch it. Was Cloverfield.
I love that
Cloverfield.
movie.
It was, but the thing is, it's deep
That's
in that
good.
time. Do you remember when everything was like, I know, let's do everything with a really shaky camera, like someone's holding it, and they're just like, and I just couldn't watch it.
Cloverfield was quite a lot later than the '98.
It was, yeah, that would have been early.
Yeah, it's a lot
2000s,
later.
I mean, no, but it's early 2000s, mate. It's
Would have
definitely
been, it's a little way on from it. I can tell you, we were talking about the Godzilla movie over on the Patreon. I think last week. I could be wrong on that exactly when it came out, because Danger Files is set in 1998. So we had a little chat.
Oh, yeah,
about movies
yeah.
of 1998, and Godzilla is in the UK top 10 for the top box office draws of 1998. It was an appalling list. It was so bad. Let's throw it out because some of the patrons will already know, but non-patrons and Colin and Drum, do you know what the top drawing box office movie in 1998 in the UK was?
1998. Okay, let me think back. I was with that person.
97 was Titanic, I think.
I want to say Saving Private Ryan.
Saving Private Ryan was number 2.
Oh, so close, Colin, on his
Nice.
first guess.
Was
We
it
were outraged that it wasn't number 1.
Men in Black?
It's not Men in Black, no.
So that year, let me think. Another film.
Patrons, I know that to you this sounds like I'm just getting the same preamble out twice.
We got to recycle.
No, I don't know, man. I can't.
Something with Gary Busey.
It's not Gary. It's
Go on, tell us.
Beating Saving Private Ryan is it's Dr. Dolittle with Eddie Murphy.
See, I never would have guessed it. Never would have guessed that.
Right?
No.
Never would have guessed that.
Isn't that appalling?
Dr. Dolittle.
He got a second film out of that.
I
There was
know.
a Dr.
Yeah.
Dolittle 2. Like, what the fuck?
And then Downey Jr. made one like about a year ago, didn't he?
Oh, that was so
Yes,
bad.
it did.
Apparently, yeah.
Yeah, I've not seen it.
Me neither.
Dear,
It's just
oh
one of
dear.
those. It's just one of those things. Just let it die. No
Yeah.
one needs to.
Yeah.
No one needs someone
No one
talking to
cares
the animals.
about Dr. Dolittle.
Well, he's doing another Beverly Hills Cop. Apparently, Eddie Murphy. They're filming it now.
What?
Yeah, I've heard about this.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beverly Hills Cop 3 is so shit.
So bad.
I can't even.
Is that the one in the
honestly,
fairground?
Yeah, in the fairground.
Yeah.
Like,
Wonderworld.
Like,
Wonder.
Man. Like the action's terrible, the effects are terrible, the acting's terrible, the script, it's all really, really bad.
He's talked about that film though, hasn't he? He said that
Has he?
he said that look, the script was bad, and then they came back with another script, and it was still as bad. And I was like, no. And then the money just kept going up and up and up, and it was just it got to a point where it was so ridiculous that you just go, yeah, all right.
Yeah,
fair enough.
Yeah.
We'll just forget about that. It's always the third curse, isn't it? Because RoboCop 3 was utter garbage as well.
Yeah, I mean that went through again. It's because you've done well twice. So by the time you get to the third one, people are like, well, we've got to make money out of this, so we can't screw it up. So you get less artistic. You can't be as free with it, You get told no about a lot of stuff and too many cooks and And
it's this idea it's got to be bigger than the last ones, and especially an American sort of idea. And let's give RoboCop a jetpack. And it's like,
such a problem.
No.
Such a problem.
And a kid's sidekick, and it's a 15 as well. So let's take the violence out of it. And you're like, what are you doing?
It's we need to reach a wider audience.
Yeah, we need to make more money out of it somehow. Yeah.
The whole point, that first film, it's got very little to do with his RoboCopness. You know what I mean? It's telling a different story to that.
Well, and it's a classic Paul Verhoeven savage satire on sort of American society and violence and guns and
of course,
all this kind of stuff. And then by the third one, he's got a little kid sidekick who's an orphan, and he's got a jetpack, and it's like, what the fuck is this? What is this now?
Toys.
Yeah.
That's what that is. That is merchandising. Well, if the third one is awkward, then let's hope that by the 208th installment of something, it's sort of got back on the rails again, because that's where we're at.
We're on 209.
209,
Dan. You're so last week, man.
We've already sequelized our 208, so now we're on 209.
This is the sequel to 208.
All I hope is they don't take a cheap way out and do some sort of underground dungeon crawl or something.
Yeah, we've been there.
What a cop-out, man. Everyone does the underground dungeon crawl.
Spores and everything.
Spores, oh God, yeah. I mean,
these are fun guys, man. Don't do that.
Don't do every mushroom pun. I've got to give this episode a title at some point. I've got to come up with something for that.
That's right. They won't know it until they listen to it. So you can name it.
Well, I mean, you could reference what's it called? The Covenant. You could do it as an Alien Covenant thing.
Yeah. Thanks, John.
You could call it Spores for Thought.
We had this conversation off air as well, so people won't know what you're on about.
It's going to be called episode 209.
The sequel.
You know that film Alien Covenant? Well, it's like that bit in that with the mushrooms.
But only watch the first hour because the rest of it's shit.
Yeah.
It's a long title. It seems a bit wordy.
Title.
I mean, snappy. But it's bold. It's bold.
Yeah.
Leaving lots of imagination.
My writing for this recording session got hopelessly optimistic last night when I was starting to plan out the episodes. Mostly, and it's very rare for us to do this, mostly we have hit almost exactly what I thought we would get into each. So I break down each episode and I'm like, here's roughly what I think is going to happen in this episode. And here are stat blocks and bits and notes and things that I might need to get us through this hour. And usually what happens is we do about a fifth of it. And then that one episode's worth becomes about 4 episodes. This, we've just about been hitting the amount. Until we got to episode 8, which was the stupidly over-optimistic. All I'd written for episode 8 was the bit where you meet that souvenir guy at the side of the road. and for some reason I was like, yep, that's an hour's worth.
Yeah.
An hour out of that guy.
I mean, usually we would.
Yeah,
but, there's a lot more at stake,
Yeah.
A lot at stake right now.
I just love that he didn't even know who we would like. They're selling merchandise for us, but don't even know who we are, really.
Yeah.
Also, he deserves some money because he must be one of the first. I mean, literally, it was just days ago that we were hailed as the Heroes of Kidway, and he's been sewing away in his little tree house. That's why I want to support him. I was like, fair fucking play, man. You are ahead of the curve.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like a lot of that merch he has for whenever anything heroic happens. It's like, well, usually, a thing happens with some crystals and a thing and a whatnot, and it's very unspecific to the actual what we did. I think he just sells it whenever anything happens.
It'd be something you order from China with the heroes of, and then a bunch of steam-on letters. You can just put whatever you want,
Kibwe is just permanently in peril, so there's always a hero of Kibwe that's being celebrated. He's always in business. He claims to have loved you since he hatched. He's loved you for 12 years.
Even though we've only been together for about 2.
I believe him.
Oh, what a lovely guy. What a good guy. And what so many chances to get Patreon NPC names in there that I totally let pass. Let's get some underground NPC names. Don't worry, Dangerlings, we'll get them in there. But you are in the deep roads, the old roads constructed by the dwarves in days of yore to get them to the surface that seem like they've not been used in that long. And after climbing down into a kind of a low cave, you've discovered you're completely surrounded by fungal mushrooms. These are like sickly, yellowy, glowing fungus. And they are all around you. You've so far managed not to step on any of them. But yeah, they are kind of dotted all around. What would you like to do?
Shania would first of all like to say, okay, nobody move.
Hey,
and then
fungus.
do a nature check.
Okay,
if I know what they are, what they do, etc., 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 etc.
Give me a nature.
All right. Let's have a little look. Skills, nature. Oh, that's the one. Yes, I remember. Okay. That is 30.
Okay.
4, I think.
34, crit success. Okay. You know exactly what this is, and it does worry you. This is yellow mold. There's yellow mold all over the floor here. Yellow mold are...
what is this, a flat in London?
It still costs $850 a month.
That's just for the one room.
Yeah. That's because of the mold.
You've clambered down into a bed suit.
Yeah.
There's a this fungus is... It's incredibly sensitive. If you knock any of these mushrooms, it's going to release a cloud of poisonous yellow spores that, if you inhale, could do horrible damage to your insides. They're really nasty. Everyone and all of you currently where you are at risk of them because you're all down in the in here in the cave with them.
So where's the exit?
You can keep going. You can keep
but
going.
We'll tread on them if we do that, right?
You would need to make some skill checks to try and get through without triggering them, because you'd have to kind of effectively hop between gaps.
Right.
And if you make a mistake, you might land on one and might trigger it. You could also try and clear them away, either by destroying them or by trying to just very carefully remove them and take them away.
If I sort of tore up some of my shards and when we tied them around our mouths, would that help at all? Is that a thing that I would know?
That might give you. I'd be willing to give you a bonus to the saves against inhaling it. If you had masks on.
Yeah. I mean, Velda's always got his scarf, which is one of his trademark things. So he just pulls his scarf over his nose.
Okay. Shania says, if we can cover our faces, it would be extremely helpful right now. Don't move your feet, and she, tears off like some of her, her shards and her bits, and hands out things to people if they need them, and ties her own up so that everyone's got a face cover.
Bubba's got his little neckerchief on, so he's going to just pull that over his face.
I'll take the thing from Shania.
Okay.
Right. Well,
hasn't anybody got the ability to fly or use spider climb or anything?
I was just about to say this, right? I've got to fly. I can touch one of you lot, and you can fly over. Okay.
Yes, I've also got the ability to fly.
But I can't fly myself. I can touch one of you lot, but then I am stuck here. So someone needs to help me out, is what I'm trying to say.
Okay, hold on. Let me check my.
How acrobatic are you?
I'm pretty acrobatic, me. Oh, I've got the acrobat skills of a trained acrobat.
Well, there we go. So, because I could think you could probably use acrobatics to sneak through these.
I probably could sneak through if I have a decent enough roll.
Roll?
Why eating
Well,
roll?
Why do I... These aren't edible mushrooms, Bubba. You've got to stop thinking about this. Don't pop them in a roll.
It's called a cob in some places, to be fair.
Only if you're a fucking idiot.
Oh, for cob's sake.
All right.
Well, all right. Let me have a roll.
Hold on a moment.
Oh, I've got to touch someone else.
Whoa. Hold on a moment. Are there any behind us?
You could try climbing back up the wall that you've climbed to get back up there.
Because there are other options of places we could go, right?
This is the path.
Was it?
This was the path you're following.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Path, yeah.
Right. Okay.
Shania, why don't you use spider climb?
Yeah. I mean, I could fly as well, maybe.
So everyone can fly apart from Folton.
I was going to touch you to fly.
yeah.
I can't fly. I can't do this on myself. I don't think.
Well,
So I was going to make you fly.
could do spider climb and then put like a grapple hook on the ceiling and then you could swing over them maybe.
Well, I've done quite good at acrobatics. I could probably just cartwheel through these. It'd be a laugh.
All right.
But it depends on how well I cob. Roll. Out of character, roll a dice.
Yeah.
Just making sure everyone's on board for that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, anyone who can fly or spider climb, should we do that first? Not that I don't have complete confidence in your ability to cob your way through these mushrooms, but just in case.
But I can't fly.
I know, but you can help.
You can't, but I can.
But I can, and I don't. I want to leave this place. So, are we going to do that then?
Hey, I'll just stand here.
Well, no, I'm going to touch you.
No.
And you're going to be able to fly if I touch
Oh, never flown before.
you.
Do you need a license?
Now, Dan, how
Okay.
if Folton was to carry me while he flew, is that going to affect the speed, or is it? Does he need to make a different roll to hold on to me or something like that?
What is the what's the spell you want to cast?
So it's called fly.
It's called fly. Okay.
Yeah.
Target touch.
5 minutes. Target can soar through the air. Fly speed equal to its speed or 20 feet, whichever is greater.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it doesn't say anything about that, but I'm guessing that it might hinder it a little bit.
Yeah, I think it will certainly make it a lot harder to. I think I might want a roll of some kind.
Yeah. And that would be Folton's roll, not my roll, wouldn't it, really?
Let's have a look. So it is determined by your carry weight limit. Ooh, oh no, that's 5e. That won't help you. Yeah. I think I would be. I would be willing to let Folton make a strength check to try and carry you.
Okay.
Or
I think that's fair.
what's your acrobatics score?
Well, my acrobatics is quite good. If I were to enumerate it, it would be 15.
That's quite good.
That's good.
All right, I've just rolled.
I only get a +4 if I was to get a strength check.
All right, so listen, I'm going to try and I'm going to touch Folton and cast fly. So you can now fly whenever you want, Folton, for 5 minutes. Okay.
Like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, just start lifting off the ground.
Oh.
Folton attempts to fly and just immediately just flies through all the mushrooms.
Yeah.
And I've just made an acrobatics to leap through these mushrooms.
Well, hang on a sec.
them.
Flippin' heck. Velda casts fly on himself and also flies out.
Velda, you've got time to do that while he's
okay, good.
Fly,
Yes,
so that's fine. So you do that.
And I gently float out, sort of thing, so not just over mushrooms.
You fly up out of the way. Fulton, you can also fly now.
I jump up.
What's Shania?
And start.
You leap and you just keep going. You find yourself bouncing on the air like Mario.
And then I follow. I follow Bubba as he's going through the.
Okay. How high up do you fly, Fulton?
How high is the ceiling?
Ceiling goes up about 30 feet.
I'll fly 15 feet in the air.
Right, 15 feet up in the air and a bob along, floating about. Let me just quickly check in with Drumski. What is Shania's plan?
I mean, I think she's planning to... I can't choose whether it's better to spider climb or to fly. But okay, I'm going to spider climb. I think
we've got a spider climber here.
But what about Philippe? This is the thing that I'm thinking about.
Of course, well, maybe you can cast fly on him and then spider climb yourself.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, that's a possibility. Hold on, give me 1 second.
And Jam just left eating the mushrooms.
Poor guy.
Do you know what?
Yeah, okay.
Actually, do you know what? Can I recheck? Can I change what I'm going to do?
What? I'll let you take back the fly because you've cast that.
fair enough.
Because no, it's a spell I haven't used yet.
Oh.
Actually,
right.
well, do you know what? All right, Philippe, can you ask Philippe how would he feel about becoming gas for a bit?
Okay. Hey, Philippe, would you want to fly or do you want to be turned into gas?
Philippe looks at you trying to understand those concepts.
So, you'll be like a big...
No, do you know what? No, don't. Fuck that. I don't want him to be gassed. I'm going to give him fly. It's okay.
All right.
Yeah. We have made decisions here. Okay? All right.
So...
Good.
Okay, so we've currently got Fulton in the air, Velda in the air. Shania, your plan is to touch Philippe, cast fly, and then cast spider climb on yourself?
Yes.
Okay. So, I would like from Shania, I will let you pick either your reflex save or your acrobatic skill.
They're on the bloody ceiling as well, aren't they?
What? No.
The mushrooms.
No.
Oh, okay.
This is to pick your way through the mushrooms to where Philippe is to be able to touch him because you're so you've got to move a few steps through the mushrooms to get to Philippe.
Okay. Right. All right. So sorry about that. I can't bloody see. 1 second.
Okay.
How far is how many feet can we kind of see how far away?
It looks like they thin out about 20 feet ahead of you.
Okay, cool. I know what I'm going to do then.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
That's all right. So let's see if you can pick your way through.
Okay.
Bubba, do you want to do something like... What order do you guys want to try and do this in, bearing in mind the consequences of, anyone failing this?
Bubba goes first. I'll go behind Bubba, or, hovering above Bubba, I reckon, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, I've just touched you, so you're flying. I'm actually... I could do this athletics check, but I'm assuming that I'll have to make several checks to get past it, or is it just one or two, Dan?
It'd probably be one check to get clear.
Okay.
But acrobatics check. But,
okay.
Oh, in that case, I won't use another spell because my roll.
So is
Okay.
It's acrobatics, is it? Yeah.
The acrobatics, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so my acrobatics check was 29.
Okay. Bubba goes first. Bubba leaps past you, Shania, bounces off the wall, and lands right on the edge, just beyond the mushrooms. You manage to just avoid them, and you get to the other side.
I float over towards Bubba.
Okay. Like a little blimp.
Yeah.
To the hindered Folton.
Instead of trying to step through them, can I jump up onto the ceiling and spider crawl over to him?
Yeah, you can. The only way to do it, again, I'll need an athletics check in that case to leap to the ceiling without touching any of them.
Okay.
Leap
All right.
30 feet.
To leap to the wall.
Okay. I was going to say.
To wherever.
Feet in the air, like, oi!
Woohoo!
Yeah, Mario.
Okay, that's 30.
30. You brace yourself and then just hurl yourself at the wall and stick to it, and kind of crawl along and crawl around the few mushrooms that are growing on the wall.
Right.
But there are fewer of them here. They're able to avoid them, and you kind of reach out and touch Philippe.
And then cast.
Philippe holds his metal hand in the air and then just starts rising up by the hand until he's flying above, and then just kind of looks around holding his paws out as he just kind of floats upside down, just starts looking confused as he's just kind of hovering in the air.
I was going to say, it's quite a weird concept for a monkey to sort of like... Yeah.
I mean, I can communicate to him that he needs to not touch the mushrooms, though, right?
Sure.
Yeah, he's got that impression.
He's got that.
Like,
Okay,
yeah.
all right,
He's
good.
smart enough to get that idea.
Good.
As he kind of just floats around looking weirded out by this. And then you crawl along the wall, and he kind of, after a while, kind of gets the impression, and after kind of flailing his arms around for a bit, just kind of awkwardly starts to get the idea of it, and just kind of flailing kind of hovers down the like a Fraggle, just kind of hovering down the corridor after you, trying to stump out. He gets a bit of a spin on at some point and can't seem to right it, and is just kind of waving his other hand to try and stop it, and just kind of corkscrews along through the air until he gets to the other side, where he bumps into Folton, and the two of them just kind of bump off each other and kind of float around.
It lasts for an hour as well, this one.
It does, yeah.
Really? You fucking know.
Yeah.
You kind of clamber back down, reach up and take hold of his tail, and just hold him like a balloon.
This is great. You know, oh, God, I wish I could do this with you all the time. Okay.
He starts trying to poop on you.
Fuck's sake. Always have to ruin everything.
Folton,
The
what's
first time I
flying
smiled in
like?
days.
It's weird. Like, when I do a fart, it makes me go forward.
That's how he's propelling himself. Oh my god, I should dig out the 0G rules from Starfinder and have you making saves. You bounce off walls. Okay, you've made it. You've made it past the Jam. Just looks sadly and then just walks into the mushrooms. They all explode. No, he's Jam. Is he in your pocket, Shania? Let's just do a check in on how.
Yeah. Jam is wrapped in my shards somewhere.
That's it. He's in the he's in the pocket. Of course, because he was tripping on his own mushrooms. In that pocket.
Oh yeah.
Jam's like leaning out the pocket, being like, I want one.
No, not for you. Gives him a little like slappy tap.
Sleep it off, tiny man. Sleep it off.
And I'm assuming Jin is in the fault under the hat or something.
Oh yes, no, he's balanced on Velda's head as he floats through the
Still,
Fox
No,
man.
he's not still there. He's not still there, but like he sort of scoops him up and pops on his head, and then he.
Amazing. So you've made it past the mushrooms, and you're able to carry on down the tunnel. You cross a low bridge. Cross a bridge over over some kind of a ravine. It's like a long strip of stone, no handholds on either side, with just blackness dropping away on either side of you. You make your way over this until you get to something quite interesting. You come upon what looks like a street. There are stone buildings on either side, carved directly into the rock itself. They have doorways, they have windows. The doors themselves, if there were ever doors, have long since rotted away, but they very much look like dwellings. It is still completely silent. Folton, again, you recognise Dwarven craftsmanship from the carvings of this.
Yeah, I relay this to the rest of the team then.
So these would have been houses, shops?
All sorts of manner of places for, things. There's a theatre in there as well.
Where's the night hole and the day hole?
Oh, they're individually in each of the rooms.
Holy shit! You mean you literally got a night hole and a day hole in every single room in a Dwarven city?
Yeah, how are you going to know?
I mean,
there's not...
surely you're making mountains into like wind chimes or something. There must be hundreds of holes.
Aye, well, you need to know what time of day is in your own house.
If you want to know what time of day it is, don't live in a mountain. I mean, this is patently... Folton, this is astonishing.
Yeah.
Astonishing.
How'd you drill through all that stone as well? How'd you get like
Just so
a
you
big
can
hole
see
through?
if it's a day or not.
Huh?
Ain't it drafty as well?
A little bit, and when it rains, it leaks, but,
So when it rains, the day hole and the night hole become the rain hole.
Yeah.
How deep these holes? How big are they, circumference-wise? And then they come all the way down.
Just like an
thousands
eye,
of meters.
an eye sort of diameter.
What do you make them with? Because you can't fit up the hole to put. So you must have a very, very long sort of machine that you just keep winding until it pops out the end of the...
Yeah, so basically we put it's like you said, like a pulley and lever system, and there's a rod, and then we stick more rods onto the end of the other rods, and you just keep going up.
You keep adding rods.
You're talking hundreds of miles of rods.
Yeah.
It's like
lots of rods.
I don't know, man.
Astonishing.
They must take
engineering.
hundreds of years to even.
It's like the Crossrail. Hey.
Yay.
Oh, as somebody who bought their home largely based on the schedule of Crossrail, I appreciate that joke.
But yeah, that's how they make them. Don't make them like they used to.
Yeah, because they realised it was a stupid idea.
Yeah. Anyway, but yeah. So, how it's obviously been how long has it? These have been about.
It's hard to tell. You're underground. It's hard to tell what time. If only there were a way of telling whether it was day or night.
Have a look through the night hole, see if it's night time yet.
Is there any houses actual?
They look like you reckon a few of them are houses.
Look.
There were about 7 or 8.
If you wanted me to show you into one of the Dwarven houses, I could show you around and tell you what things are.
Yes, that would be fascinating, yes.
All right. We should probably, be a bit careful. I know these places probably haven't been, but there's probably some nasty things down here, so they might have climbed
Something
into
might
the
have
house.
crawled into the
one
night
of the
hole.
holes. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so...
Nobody wants a blocked night hole.
So...
Please, Ross, give us a tour of this Dwarven home.
So, this is the mat that you have to rub your boots on. It's the broken rods from the rod machine that we just stick into the ground, and you just rub your boots on there to get rid of all the dirt.
What'd you call that?
Rod mat.
A rod mat.
Right.
Okay.
Aye, and then... Huh?
I just said good.
Oh, yeah, and then you go inside. This is sort of the living area. You've got your fireplace, your smithy thing in there as well, just in case, because every house has to have a smithy.
Where's the night hole?
No,
Day hole?
that's not in this room. You've got the ventilation hole straight up there. So there's
Is any of this actually corroborating, Dan?
I'm happy so far.
All right,
I will step in if we have a.
All right, very good. Yes.
But there is indeed a fireplace. I'm happy for there to be a forge here. There would definitely be ventilation.
So this is the bathroom. There you go. There's an old rotten arse towel over there in the corner of the room. I didn't think they would have one of them, but they do.
I'll keep the yellow mould rules open.
And there's the toilet. Now we burrow deep holes into the ground.
Deeper holes.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you dig these holes so efficiently? I mean, surely, where does it go?
I don't know. That goes to the hole. That goes to the.
You mean you've been shitting in a hole for your whole time you were living in the mountains? You've got no idea where it went.
No, there's dwarves that are in charge of where the poop.
What, in the hole?
Yeah.
So you dig a deep hole, put a dwarf in it, who's then in charge of doing something with the poop.
Yeah, I don't know. That's above my pay grade.
That's the toilet hole.
Probably digs another hole.
Yeah. He's just in there digging whilst he's being pooped on.
Yeah.
The dwarves delve too greedily and too deep. It's like a barrel of
Poops
right
in
my
the
eye.
And then you go into the bedroom. Now, on one side of the bed, there is the day hole. If you look up, you can see. Although it seems to be blocked, this one, because it's obviously quite old.
There are some bones on the floor in the corner, and you see Shania, with your skill in nature, you identify the bones of several small animals that look like they've been killed by falling from a tremendous height. And when you look up above them, there is a hole in the ceiling that seems to stretch on forever into the darkness.
Aye.
Whoa.
And that one over there.
What would you use that for?
Huh?
What do you use that for again?
What?
This animal hole.
Oh, they sometimes. Well, we usually have pets, but nothing really digs a hole like that. So be careful. There might be something.
Oh.
There may be. They're called burrow worms.
I'm sorry, burrow worms.
The worms get into your night hole, do they?
No, they're a pest in Dwarven culture. They sometimes ruin. Yeah, you're right. They do ruin because they're burrowing through, and they annoy us because they sometimes burrow through all of our other holes.
How do you keep these holes maintained?
It's just a
There's
lot
so
of
much.
holes.
You can't fill it in with a concrete or whatever.
Well, we just sort of stick sponges up there and stuff.
Stick sponges up there?
Yeah, just stuff anything on there. Cheese, meat.
You put cheese and meat into your night holes.
Well, if it's not used anymore, then it's obsolete. You don't need it. It's just a hole.
All right.
So anyway, that's pretty much all.
That's your dwarven house, is it?
Yeah, dwarven house.
It's pretty plush.
Yeah,
it's interesting.
Yeah, if you're wondering how we work out, that over there is the gym that we use.
Dwarven gym.
Yeah,
The dwarven gym.
yeah, the dwarf.
What's in the dwarven gym, Ross?
Well, you see the rod that's got two big bits of boulder on each side. That's You lift that up, do some of that. We've burrowed some holes in the walls where you stick your feet in, and you do set-ups as well.
Is this dwarves or the Flintstones that you're thinking of?
So yeah, there you go, dwarven culture for you, baby.
But while all this is carrying on, while they're all finding out so much about dwarven culture, those of you that care might have noticed that Shania is once again casting a spell on herself.
What are you doing, Shania?
Casting a spell.
What kind of spell is it?
Well, it's just a spell that I would like to have. That's all.
Okay.
Okay, we go.
Is it deafness?
What?
Is it deaf? Yeah, there we go.
What?
Yes.
Huh?
Very
See,
good.
I'm still laughing even though I'm in pain. Fuck you, let's go.
Okay. Well, I guess that concludes the Dwarven tour. Thank you, Folton. That was very educational.
There you go.
Oh dear. Let's have some. Let's have some perception checks as you tour the dwarven home.
Perception check.
16. I'm not rolling very well at the moment.
18.
Daniel.
Oh my god, I got another natural 20, baby!
What is going on?
Oh my god.
Fulton's killing
What
it.
has happened to you?
I
Ross?
don't know.
What's 17 plus 18? Can someone help me? I'm losing my mind.
28,
35.
35. Yeah.
35.
35. Okay.
Okay. So while while Felder and Bubba are marveling at the remains of the Night Hall, the Folton comes over to have a look at what Shania is casting. You're kind of in the living room at the moment, and you're starting to think about, actually, you are feeling a bit tired, you've been walking all day, maybe it's time to start, maybe this might be a good place to rest up for a little bit. When you see movement out in the street, you kind of duck down by the window and have a look, and you can see a figure about the size of a dwarf walking slowly along the street. They are wearing priest's robes, and they have a hood pulled up over their head, the cowl pulled down. They seem to be holding a staff, and they're walking, but they, curiously, given how well you roll in perception, you can't hear them. They're making no sound at all as their footsteps walk, almost as if they seem to be gliding across the ground.
Guys,
Shit.
someone else.
Yeah, I see it.
What?
Someone outside.
Shh. I think it might... What if this is a ghost of some kind? It does not look like it's touching the floor.
A ghost. I've never seen a ghost.
They're not very nice.
No, I hate ghosts.
Should we just wait here to let it pass?
Yeah, maybe. Let's see if it goes away on its own.
Okay. I would like stealth checks
Oh,
from the
God.
party, please.
How dare you, Dan?
Is it going to be a natural 20 for Folton?
Hey, just roll another 20 again, Ross.
Yeah, just get another one.
That's all you got to do.
Hey, no, it's alright, because I've got stealth synergy. No, I don't! No, I
Did
don't!
not roll a 20. I rolled
Doesn't even
a
exist.
10, so I got 23.
23, okay.
Oh, God. That's not a good roll.
21 for Velda.
3, 21,
28.
28,
18.
and 18. The figure walks slowly down the street towards the house that you are all in. How are you all hiding in this house?
Bubba's literally standing behind the curtain in the window.
Velda's.
Why is there a
Why
curtain?
would there be curtains?
I mean,
there's no windows. They're underground.
Well, that's where he thinks.
No, there is curtains.
That's where he thinks he is.
That's a dwarven thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
Velda's.
sorry, Fulton. Yeah, my mistake. You hide behind the dwarven wall curtain.
Hey, they still want to
it's
have
made of
privacy,
stone,
don't
right?
they, from their
it's a
windows?
curtain.
So
It's a curtain, but it's made of stone.
there you go, the stone curtain, the iron curtain.
Velda scuffles into the fireplace.
Hold the ducks in.
Folton hides in the dwarven dishwasher.
Is there like a table or, something to like hide behind?
Yeah, there's you kind of run behind the dwarven 3-piece suite. And,
Okay.
well, again, it's made of
great.
stone.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll blend into the dwarven wallpaper.
It's a dwarven comfy bench. Wow.
Shh, cuddly bench, yes.
It's much more like a normal bench, this.
You duck down and you all kind of hide and wait. The figure walks down the street. You see it pass. You see it stop in the door. Stop as it passes this house, and then just turn its head very slowly to look in the direction of the house that you're in. It takes a couple of steps forward until it's in the doorway of the house, and just looks and seems to look within. And you can see now, as it's close, you can see that its priestly robes are tattered with age. Any holy symbol on them is impossible to make out anymore. And as you stare at it, you can almost see slightly through it. You can see the street beyond it, and within the hood, you can see two tiny red pinpricks of light. Figure looks in the room and just scans across, looks across at the fireplace, at the sofa, at the stone curtains, looks towards the kitchen, at the dishwasher. Just you. Lost Omens High Helm comes out later on, like the book about dwarves. I bet there's a fucking dishwasher in it.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Made fun of it. You're gonna do that to us. It looks around the room for a moment, and then, as quick as anything, turns and walks away and just carries on its walk down the street. You all just keep waiting until it's out of sight and has walked away, and only then do all of you realise that you weren't breathing for a moment there. You were all just holding your breath. The thing has gone.
That was close.
We said that at the same time.
Yeah,
Can I make an occultism check to work out what that was? Would occultism be the right thing, or?
To know what that was, you need a religion check.
A religion? No,
God
I'm
tries
terrible
well,
at
why
religion.
not? Yep. Oh, it's not bad. It's 26.
26 on a religion.
Yeah, mine's terrible.
Okay. Bubba, that looked like a wraith. It looked like, but there was something about it. You reckon if it's out here on its own, wraiths tend to travel in packs. If a wraith is on its own, it is likely to be very powerful. They are the deceased forms of particularly wicked or powerful people, powerful wizards, powerful priests, people who had dominion over other people and who used it to evil ends, who died in bad ways. They haunt the places where they died. So this thing is likely to be powerful. It's likely to be incorporeal, and just being close to it, even though it didn't come into the room, just being close to it, you could feel some of your strength draining away just from being around it.
That was a wraith. That is a very powerful being. We do not want to get into a fight with that thing.
No.
We need to go out of here, and we need to go quietly.
Let's go.
And we need to stay away from whatever the fuck that thing was. Because, that was a very powerful being when it's alive, and now it's dead. Even more so. That will suck the life right out of you.
Shania, why don't you do that stealth synergy thing?
It's not a thing. What the fuck?
You always used to use it.
They haunt
I know, but now it's not. I realized that actually all I was doing was holding a sheet over everyone. It doesn't work.
Okay, well,
it was bullshit.
Let's go. Let's carry on.
Let's just keep going. Be as stealthy as you can and go fast.
Let's go the other way.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So it's kind of gone off almost the way you came originally. So you duck out of the house and you quickly make your way. Along the streets, keeping an eye out. As you get towards the end of the street, you can see that there is a there is a Dwarven temple, a temple that should be dedicated to Torag. However, the symbol of Torag that was at the top seems to have fallen from the top of it, and is nowhere to be seen. It's just a blank kind of temple space. And as you get alongside it, looking over your shoulders, you see Shania and Folton, more perceptive of you. You see movement, and you realise that the thing is coming back down the street in your direction.
What do? Do we hide in the temple, or do we go run away?
If it's wearing priest robes, that's probably where it's haunting. So let's
let's go. Just keep going. Don't look back. Stay quiet. Stay low. Let's go in the shadows.
You keep your you keep yourself low. You duck down and you keep running, moving past it. As you get round past the side of the temple, you find the symbol of Torag lying broken and shattered, as if it's been pulled down and then beaten to pieces and smashed to pieces. And you see there are other runic symbols carved into the wall that seem to have been chiseled more recently. If anyone wants to give either a Dwarven lore or a religion check, I will take that.
I will do Dwarven lore.
I'll do a religion as well. That's 24.
24.
29.
24 and 29. This makes your blood run a little cold, Folton. It is the runic symbol for Droskar. Droskar is the evil member of the Dwarven pantheon. Is an evil Dwarven god. Followers of Droskar believe that they shouldn't be bound by structure, by the kind of structure that binds other dwarves. They believe dwarves should be free to pursue anything necessary to accomplish their own personal goals. They believe that honor and rule and structure and rules and things like that stand in the way of stepping over other people to get what you want. It is absolute heresy to carve the symbol of Droskar into a temple of Torag.
This is bad shit. We need to move.
Okay, well, let's keep going. Come on, don't stop.
You all run down the end of the street until you get to kind of beyond the main street, and you start to hear the sound of running water. And as you get around a corner, you see there is a waterfall kind of falling from high above that falls down over the path. You're able to run under the path, and you see it, and there's a crack in the rock that seems to disappear that takes you away from the Dwarven street where you were. You will kind of squeeze into it. What order are you going through the crack?
I'll go first.
Same order as last time, yeah.
I think, yeah.
Folton, you squeeze through, followed by Shania, followed by
Bubba.
Velda.
Bubba,
then Velda, then Philippe.
Velda, you go through as you're about to go there. Philippe kind of grabs your robe and is looking back.
I look,
and as you look back, you can see the figure is standing by the temple. It's kind of looking off, not looking directly at you, but looking kind of off in your direction, and you just flatten yourself against a wall, and it's just very hard to tell if it's looking at you or if it's looking past you or if it sees you or not. Right. But it is just standing there staring.
Philippe, my old friend, we've got to go.
Philippe nods, and it's unsettling to see Philippe nervous.
Yeah.
And
Philippe
pushes past you and squeezes through the gap.
Thanks very much. God, I can't believe it. Velda follows.
You squeeze through the gap, and you make your way through some low caves, kind of ducking down, and you don't stop moving for quite a while. You don't stop moving to that S Club beat until you're released. Until you've put some serious distance between yourselves and the
crack.
So after a while, you are beginning to now feel quite tired. Let's see how you're doing on this. Let me get some survival checks to see how well you are navigating underground to find your way through these passages, because you have seen passages going off on different directions while you've been through here.
Natural 20.
You're trying to...
Hey!
Natural 20.
Yay! That'll do.
Bubba, you, every time the others look like they might be about to take a wrong turn or you're not sure, you kind of brush aside some of the dust and you find the path that looks like it was made by craftsmen's hands. It wasn't it wasn't just a natural formation, and you keep everyone travelling true on the actual old dwarven path.
Nice.
You're able to find your way through, but after a while, you kind of, especially after hustling so much to get away, you slump down exhausted and realise that you've been travelling for the full day and you're feeling very, very tired. You're just kind of in a wide open vault at the moment. There are some pillars that have been put up, like dwarven pillars, seem to be to brace this. It's a vault about 100 feet long that stretches off into the dark. And you will kind of sit down for a bit to just catch your breath and you get the feeling you're feeling very tired.
Anyone else want some rations?
It's okay, I've got bush pocket meat.
No. Actual rations, like these, it always makes me feel like safe when I eat the rations, because I know that Caragor loved rations. You remember?
He was a big fan of rations, wasn't he?
He liked having rations, and it makes me feel safe and warm to have these like chewy things. So I'm just going to sit in the corner with Philippe. Does anyone else want some
I
rations?
saw him having a ration sandwich the other day.
Let's eat some rations together and just think of good old Caragor.
Okay.
And then maybe sleep, because
I think we need to take turns though.
We need a watch. Yeah,
I'll take the last watch.
We need the watch. Okay. Philippe, can you do the first watch?
I'll take the second to last watch.
I was going to say maybe we should watch in pairs.
Okay, we'll do. Yeah, I don't mind.
So why don't who wants to take the first watch?
Philippe's going to do the first watch. I will do it. I will do it with Philippe. Okay, and then you all can.
All right.
You can.
I'll take the last watch with Folton, which means Velda, you can be with.
Jam.
Okay, Jam. You do the.
All right, I'll sit with Jam.
The middle watch.
And the fox as well.
And
Jin.
Yes, and Jin.
Foxman.
Yes. Don't worry, I'm still used to being on my own.
Sorry, I didn't think that through. Usually there's another person.
Yes.
No, we all miss him.
You settle in. You kind of have some ration. You have some ration sandwiches. You get a bit of booze out. You make a white ration. It's like it's milk, rum, and jerky. And
Yak's
then you
settle milk, presumably.
Yes, and then you settle in. You settle into rest. So Philippe and Shania, you take the first watch. You sit up together, looking around, pacing about. Give me a perception check. See how things go.
24.
24. Okay. Your watch passes peacefully. You don't see anything. You don't hear anything other than the kind of the echoes of the cave. Eventually, you rouse Velda and Jam for their watch.
Jam, just sit over here on Velda, but be awake,
no,
okay?
Don't sit him on me, thank you. He can sit beside me.
He's already sound.
I brush him off.
Oh, Uncle Velda.
No, Jam. No.
Okay, look, be nice to each other, okay?
Good night, Shania.
Shania curls up on like fluffy Philippe, like snuggles into him a bit. She's feeling cold.
You sit there, Velda, you and Jam Jam just sit beside each other in the dark for a while in silence.
29.
29.
Yes.
You sit in silence for a bit, and Jam Jam goes,
Shag, marry, kill, Councilwoman Munmay.
What was that? What did you say?
Councilwoman Munmay, the leader of the evil cult, and Spike the dinosaur.
He said shag, marry, kill.
Oh, well, this is going to be a long shift.
Tell you what, I tell you what, I would love that councilwoman. I like being an older woman. You know what I mean, Velda?
Yes, she was certainly attractive. Yes.
I'm glad we're getting some boy time.
Yes, boy time.
Tell me, like, I found this rash on the skin that they made for me. Would you mind taking a look at it?
Time passes longer than you think it will, until finally it is time to wake up Bubba and Folton.
Did you have fun?
Yes. Good night.
Night.
Jam's like,
Night, bro.
Night, bro.
and
Fist bump.
Night, bro.
gives you a little fist bump. He goes over and like tries to fist bump Velda.
He does sort of go, sort of, the fist comes.
Don't leave me hanging. Oh yeah.
He goes back in, climbs back in Shania's pocket, and the two of you settle then for your watch. Give me some perception checks first of all, and then.
Well, I wonder if
20.
we're the ones that are gonna fucking see whatever the fuck we're. 28.
22 and a 28.
Pretty good.
What are the two of you talking about as you sit watching the night?
And yeah, you know, I just. And then you know.
Oh yeah.
I got him killed basically, and that was.
Wow.
That's why I left home.
It wasn't your fault, Bubba.
No, it kind of was, but you know.
Hey, we all make mistakes in our life. It's how we grow from them, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I've put it to bed, really. I've stuffed it right down in my stomach, so I don't really think about it too much anymore.
But it's always good to talk, though. You shouldn't leave it just buried deep down.
But if she ever finds out, then I know that, you know, that relationship won't be the same ever again.
Hey.
And that's why, yeah, and that's why I can't go home and see my sister, because I did a terrible thing.
But Bubba, like, take it from me, like, they're your family. They'll always understand you. With your warts and all, like, no matter what you do, they'll always be your family.
Because, you know, her real parents came to find her, and I thought that they weren't her real parents. I didn't believe them, and so I had them killed, and now, and she doesn't know that, and our parents, because we're both adopted, our parents don't know that, and nobody knows that it was my fault. But I can never go back, really. And I've never really talked about this before, and I don't know why, but that's why I left home, and that's why I'm always grateful for things, you know, because you have to try and stay grateful when you've moved on from something bad, you know.
You're not a bad person, Bubba.
Oh, thanks, mate.
And then Folton gives Bubba a hug.
You give him a hug, and as you kind of look over your shoulder beyond and kind of on a little way away on the wall of the vault, you notice, because of your superior vision, because your dark vision, and you kind of know what to look for, you realise that there is a door in the side of the vault with a kind of barred window on it, which none of you had noticed before. It was a long way away from where you're sort of camped, and you kind of take a little walk over to go and just have a look at what it is, not necessarily to open it, but it's got a window in it. And you kind of stand up and just peer through the barred window to see if you can see what's inside. And then draw in breath as you realise piled up inside the room are dozens and dozens of dwarven skeletons pressed against the door as if they were trying to get out. And you take a step back from it, look back to Bubba, and beyond Bubba on the other side of the camp by the entrance to the chamber, the robed figure is standing, staring at all of you. And that is where we leave it for tonight.
I thought we're never going to actually be able to escape this guy.
Yeah.
There's just no way. He's seen us, right? We're fucked.
Yeah.
God
And we are.
In his world now.
But at least we've had a sleep, eh?
Yeah.
At least we've had a bit of a sleep.
Know what I mean?
We're not fatigued.
Right.
Nice.
Drum, do you want to do a Dangerling of the Week with me?
Yeah, all right.
Excellent, right? This week's episode is brought to you by our amazing patrons, but it's brought to you by someone very, very special this week. It's brought to us by Nick. Nick, somebody has bought this Dangerling of the Week for you, and they've given a very special message. Drum, what does this person said about Nick?
He's a true hero with puns of steel. And that is from his particular friend.
Particular friend, Nick. Apparently you know who that is. I hope you do, because they care about you very, very much. Particular. Thank you, Nick.
I love puns of steel.
Puns of steel. If you want to get your name on the show, go to patreon.com/dangerclubpodcast and yeah, you know the rest. Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Nick.
Hey, Nick, you're super slick. Yeah.
Yes.